Peacemaker, Season 2, Episode 7. So, new episode of Peacemaker is out, so I'm going to tell you what I thought about it. So first of all, what I like is, right off the beginning, I like the joke where Chris, I guess he's just because of who his dad was, is so used to, is either very naive or so used to, like, white supremacist imagery that he didn't even notice the mural of Hitler in the Argus room. By the way, if I sound different, I'm sick. I feel like I should say that. Anyway, he didn't notice the mural of Hitler in the middle of the Argus building room. I have like brain fog, so like I don't know what it's called, even though I probably know what it's called. And like when I don't have brain fog, it's probably a big word. Argus building a room. I thought that was very funny. I like and I also didn't like, because it was depressing, the immediate trauma flashback Chris gets when the 11th Street kids are almost going to kill Keith, and he just is like, no, get the fuck off of him. And then he gets reminded of all the horrible things that has happened to him over the years, the amount of people he's killed, and, you know, yeah. I like, I like the all the interactions that Judo Master has with Adebayo here. I think Economos has some good lines. I think it's interesting that they had the reveal that Augie Smith actually is not a Nazi in this alternate universe, when in the mainline timeline, the one where the Nazis didn't win World War II, Augie very much was a Nazi. And I think that's an interesting reveal, only to it to immediately be interrupted by the two vigilantes coming in and killing him, which is interesting. And that makes me feel really bad for Keith, because, okay, he might have been the most racist in that family. Because, I mean, immediately after seeing Adebayo, he says one got out a black, which is now a meme, but also very racist. But he also isn't nearly as racist as other people on Earth X, I'm sure. And he's also just now lost both his brother and his father. So I feel really bad for him. I like, I'm sorry. I had it. I lost it. I like the interaction between, Chris and the Argus agents from his world, when after he realizes that it's Earth X and everything's shitty, he just immediately gives the portal over and he gets arrested. I think that's a very powerful moment. I think a lot of this episode was very powerful. What I don't like, I kind of feel like, of all the things Chris could have had a trauma flashback to, like, yes, his dad was a huge piece of shit, so I feel like he definitely shouldn't have trauma from killing him, especially considering what a horrible person Chris's dad was to him as well as to everyone else, because Chris's dad was just the most human garbage person alive. But I also understand why it's there, because no matter how evil your dad is, I guess you still don't want to kill him, I guess. But, like, of course, he regrets killing Rick Flag Jr. so much. And he still blames himself for his brother's death, even though he was, like, 8, and it was his dad's fault, really, because he forced him to fight his brother. And I have, like, a feeling, or it's probably been overtly stated, but I think everybody feels this way. Augie was definitely expecting Chris to be the one to die, and then Keith died. And, like, Augie loved Keith, and from the get-go of him being born, fucking hated Chris. And, I mean, you can tell why, because he could probably smell that like, annoying, that, you know, I feel like it's obvious Why Augie hated Chris from the beginning. He could probably smell like the bisexual from him, I guess. And when he was born, I don't know, but he said I should have slit your throat when you came out of your mother's cooch. So he obviously hated him before then. So before he killed his brother, so he probably wanted Keith to kill Chris, and then Chris killed Augie. He probably wanted Keith to kill Chris, and then Chris killed Augie, and that probably annoyed the shit out of him, and just made him hate him more. I'm gonna say this episode was a B. No, I'm not gonna say it was a B. It was much better than a B. I'm going to say this episode was a A minus, actually. I don't know why I said B. This episode's an A minus. So, yeah.